CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. So glad you could spend some time with us on this Friday. There was a heavy police presence in the greater Sudbury community of Capreol today. Individuals believed to be involved with a weapons complaint last night were holed up in a residence on Denny Street. Greater Sudbury Police posting on X this afternoon saying 3 people are in custody and the emergency response unit was still on scene. The public is asked to stay away from the area. The city of Timmins has issued an extreme cold weather alert for the next 3 days. Temperatures are expected to drop as low as -45 with the wind chill overnight. The city is reminding people that the emergency shelter on Spruce Street South is open to help protect those in need from the elements. Frostbite and hypothermia are real risks at these temperatures. If you need to be outside, dress in warm layers and keep skin covered as much as possible. An extreme cold weather alert is also being issued by the Homelessness Network of Sudbury. Warming centers will operate overnight, including the Samaritan Center and the Go Give Project. The Association of Street Youth will provide overnight services, including transportation to warming centers, and have extra clothing and blankets for those choosing not to access shelters or warming stations. This initiative is funded by the city and is enacted when the temperature drops below -15. Tonight, temperatures are expected to fall to -27 with the wind chill. So let's talk about those frigid temperatures. Old Man Winter has his icy grip on us. When are we going to get a reprieve? For more details, let's bring in CTV's Rick Wyman. Rick.
Tony, it's so cold I've actually decided to wear a tie for this evening, even though a lot of people are wondering, why am I wearing a tie? Okay, it's cold. It'll be cold for this evening. As for that break in the weather coming up in a couple of days, and you'll like it, some of the temperatures next week will astound you for the month of January. Systems map courtesy of CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. Looking pretty good off and on for the next couple of days. Some flurry activity and squalls as usual in Sault Ste. Marie for tomorrow, so we'll get into that a little bit later on. 5-day forecast, your complete weather details just minutes away. Tony.
Thanks for that, Rick. A 19-year-old woman is facing charges after a break-in at an Elliot Lake business Christmas Eve. OPP say an employee of the retail business called in the break-in around 9 a.m. on Highway 108. While police were investigating the crime, another business reported a person trespassing and attempting to get in. Police caught the woman a short time later during a traffic stop. The woman faces multiple charges, including theft under $5,000. The organization that describes itself as the unified voice for Northeastern Ontario is laying out its goals for 2026. The Federation of Northern Ontario Municipalities, or FNOM, has outlined 2 major priorities. CTV's Eric Tashner has more.
FNOM President and Kapuskasing Mayor Dave Plourde wants to focus on 2 areas this year: improved highway safety and healthcare access.
To say it's going to be a walk in the park in 26 is a lie. But I think from my perspective, it's a new mandate for me.
In 2025, FNOM saw a lot of success in starting conversations with lawmakers about improving area highways. FNOM wants those highway improvements designated as a national need.
Products from the west can't come east and products from the east can't come west.
He says the twinning of highways 11 and 17 are very much needed, considering how often lanes are closed due to winter storms, collisions, or police investigations.
More cars and passengers on the highways. If they're going to be on the highways, that we have the appropriate highways to get them to point A and point B.
According to MTO's data, from January to September last year, Highway 11 between North Bay and Cochrane was closed for 32 days.
If the Ring of Fires has actually developed as proposed, thousands of more commercial vehicles. And I don't think the government has seriously thought about that our highways need to be rebuilt and redesigned.
FNOM hopes the return of passenger rail service later this year will reduce the number of vehicles on the road. FNUM represents and advocates on behalf of 110 cities, towns, and municipalities in Northern Ontario and the thousands of people who live in them. The second priority for FNUM is tackling the complex healthcare needs by attracting more nurses to the region to trim hospital wait times.
Our life expectancy is lower in this part of the province. If you don't have a doctor, you end up in the emergency room.
Plourde praised the province's Learn and Stay program, which entices students to agree to stay in underserviced communities to work after graduation by covering their tuition, books, and supplies. Last summer, the province expanded nursing enrollment by providing $57 million.
And so there might be an opportunity there to link more nursing courses to universities and have them trained through colleges and in our institutions that would allow us to grow.
FNUM remains optimistic a lot of work will get done this year to improve the lives of Northerners. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
Now that we are dealing with what winter throws our way, cleaning snow and ice off your vehicle is almost a daily task. As CTV's Madison Merrier tells us, police say it's a necessary one.
Spending a few extra minutes scraping your window may save drivers more than just fines and tickets.
If there is any ice or snow buildup on the roof or your hood of your vehicle, as you're driving down the highway, the wind may dislodge this ice, and it could cause an accident and could injure and kill somebody.
However, in less severe cases, fines and tickets will be applied.
There are different fines that could apply in those cases. Whether the view is obstructed is one possible fine. Also, an insecure load, believe it or not, if there is snow in a vehicle, it becomes a load and it is insecure if it's not removed.
A family took to social media to post what can happen to others when you don't clear your car off.
There may be some more serious offense that apply, such as even potentially careless driving. If you cause an accident as a result of your neglect of clearing the snow or ice, other charges could apply as well.
Many Sudburyans say they clear all the snow and ice off their vehicles for safety reasons.
Definitely for us, it's just an ongoing process every day. We have anywhere between 60 and 100 cars on our lot, so plowing and getting snow off cars is something we do every single day.
Just the safety behind it all, right? So just trying to stay safe on the roads, and especially in the north, right? We have a lot of accidents. The roads get really bad, so just trying to stay safe.
Acting Sergeant Tebow recommends that all drivers carry a snow brush in their vehicle and use it to rid all of the snow off their car, including lights and license plates to be in compliant with the Highway Traffic Act. Madison Merrier, CTV News, Sudbury.
All right, it's time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. Right now, let's check out the weather in Timmins. This is a live webcam courtesy of the city of Timmins. It's 17 degrees, minus 17. We'll be right back.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
I promise never to ever complain about high heat and humidity in the months of June, July, and August when those months come around, because it's been brutally cold all week long. Forecast radar, let's take a look and see what's happening according to Environment Canada. Right now, the system looks pretty good. Off again, on again flurries and some squalls in Sault Ste. Marie. We'll get to that momentarily. Sudbury Nickel Belt, some light snow for tomorrow, minus 14. Sunny skies on Sunday, minus 15. Some snow Monday, minus 7. Chance of flurries Tuesday, minus 3. You see the warming trend here, and minus 5 Wednesday. So by Monday, it will get better. Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, some flurries for tomorrow, 2 to 4 centimeters, and some squalls. Another 5 tomorrow evening, minus 8 your high. Chance of flurries Sunday, minus 8. Snow Monday, minus 2. 0 Tuesday. Chance of flurries, and minus 1 by Wednesday of next week. Timmins, Cochrane Campus, Casing, chance of flurries, minus 17 for tomorrow. Minus 25 the low tomorrow evening, minus 26 on Sunday. Some sunshine Sunday, minus 19 your high. Chance of snow Monday, Chance of flurries Tuesday at -5 on the warm-up, then turning colder on Wednesday at -9 with the cloud cover. Temiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, chance of flurries tomorrow, -16, -17, sunny skies Sunday. Monday, snow, -8 on the warm-up, -4 degrees. Chance of flurries on Tuesday and -6 with the cloud cover Wednesday. That's pretty well the prevailing trend next week in Northeastern Ontario. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, at least for part of the day, it'll warm up in the Northeast. North Bay, West Nipissing, some sun and cloud tomorrow, -14, -15, sunny skies. Sunday, snow. Monday, -6, -2. I like that for January temperatures. Of course, a chance of flurries, and a -4 Wednesday with the cloud cover. So someone asked me this morning, Tony, they want to go ice fishing. They said, Rick, is it going to start to warm up? And I said, yes, by the beginning of next week. But I always thought that ice fishing and cold winter weather were all part of the process. So obviously they like it warmer to go ice fishing. Back to you.
Thanks so much for that, Rick. Each year, our digital team at CTV Northern Ontario compiles a list of the stories that grabbed your attention. CTV's Lindsay Elliot is taking a look at some of the top 10. Lindsay.
Thanks, Tony. Starting off at number 10 was a story about a mother from Kirkland Lake who shared her story of an abduction attempt. The mother captured this footage of the suspect. She was leaving a store at the end of July when a woman followed her and her 2 children. She says she was able to get everyone in the truck and lock the doors before the woman tried to open the doors, saying she stole her baby. Survivors of a bear attack in Sault Ste. Marie was at number 6, seeing 122,000 page views. The pair shared their story about encountering a mother bear and her cubs while walking their dogs.
I turned to run, but realized very quickly that's not the correct thing to do. So the bear bit me on the backside, and then I dropped to the ground and rolled into the fetal position, and the bear was on top of me.
Moving to Fauquier-Strickland, many were watching as the township announced in July that they had accumulated more than $2.5 million in operating debt over the last decade.
We feel desperate, helpless. We're in a situation where since January, we did try to cut everything that we could.
The severe storm damage that caused state of emergencies to be declared in both Bonfield and Calvin is at number 3. CTV's Eric Tashner had a chance to see the destruction at Samuel de Champlain Provincial Park up close.
The scope and scale is hard to fathom. This is the first major storm event that I've been part of, and I've been with Ontario Parks for about 19 seasons.
Cigarettes, golf memberships, and dog treats. At number 1 was the Freedom of Information Act request that uncovered expense reports filed by North Bay Mayor Peter Chirko.
Do not use the city's credit card as your personal line of credit or to make your public image more elevated. This is egregious. I think you should resign, or at the very least, council needs to vote and suspend him and dock his pay.
To see the full stories, visit our website at ctvnews.ca. Tony, back over to you.
Thanks for that, Lindsay. And don't forget to tune in tonight at 11:30 as CTV's Ian Campbell continues to bring you the good news from 2025. Tonight, he'll be at Kiwi Park in Sudbury. Like father, like son. Coming up on CTV News at 5. In hockey this week, Rick Wyman sits down with David Bowen and his experience of a lifetime during Holy Mackinac Night.
Hockey this week is brought to you by Rastall Nut and Bolt Company.
Here's the chance again. They score! Holy Mackinac!
Sudbury Wolves broadcaster David Bowen recently had the chance to follow in his father's footsteps by calling the play-by-play of a National Hockey League game. Sudbury's Joe Bowen is calling it quits after this season as the play-by-play broadcaster of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So while he was being acknowledged for his career prior to the Chicago Blackhawks Leafs game, just before Christmas, David did the game along with color analyst Jim Ralph. David, welcome to the set. Great to see you. Must have been quite a night.
Yeah, lots of fun. The entire Bowen family had a great night.
How did you know that you were going to get the opportunity, the pleasure, every kid's dream of calling an NHL game?
Yeah, obviously very fortunate, but I think my dad, once they told him what night it was going to be, he wanted to take the night off and spend it with family and friends and kind of enjoy a Leaf game in a different way than he usually does. He obviously threw my name out there to try and fill in for a night, and I'm very grateful to the Leafs and TSN for giving me the opportunity.
Family reaction knowing that Joe is going to retire in a couple of months?
I don't think it's hit really any of us too hard quite yet. I mean, the other night, I think it was the first time where it started to set in that time is running out, but I think all of us are just extremely proud of everything that he's accomplished, and we're hoping for maybe one more run in the playoffs, and maybe he can achieve his ultimate goal. He always says he hasn't made his favorite call yet, and hopefully he gets to make that at the end of this year.
And your emotions sitting in what's going to be called the Bowen booth down the road, any jitters?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, lots of nerves. I think it was just like playing when I played hockey. There's anxiety, there's nerves, but you really just can't wait for the puck to drop. And once the puck dropped, it is just another hockey game.
You got pretty emotional in that third period. Leafs didn't offer much for the first 50 minutes of the game. Then they staged the big rally, the comeback, the ultimate victory. You were revved up. How did that come about?
Well, I mean, I think we've learned doing OHL games, Rick. The game is never over, and you're never completely out of the game. And down by 2, it didn't look good for 50 minutes, and the fans were booing. And but just like my dad, I mean, you never stop believing, I think is the term. And once they made it 2-1, I was looking forward to see if they could tie it. And once Matthews scored, and then obviously 8 seconds later, Dakota Joshua. Just emotions and excitement took over, and that's how it came out on air.
And analyst Jim Ralph called it.
Yes, he did.
And, okay, so that played really well for not only the camera, but your emotion with the Holy Mackinac, and that's a trademark, by the way, for your dad. So a lot of people asking, is this what you want to do full time? I mean, you're still in school right now, so is this going to be your next step in life?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I think for my dad and me, his goal was to make the National Hockey League, so was mine. Both of those dreams came to an end, and I had to find another avenue, and I enjoy calling hockey games. I mean, it's one of the best jobs in the world, so absolutely, it's something that I'd love to pursue full-time, but we'll see what's in store in the future.
So best moment of the night, I'll leave you with that one. How's that?
Oh, there were so many. In terms of calling the game, after the Matthews goal to tie it, I was just talking with Ralphie about how my dad probably would have used Holy Mackinac on the tying goal, and as he's responding, saying, you know, David, I hope you maybe get a chance to use it. The Leafs scored 8 seconds later, and I called the goal, and I still wasn't sure if I should steal the old man's catchphrase, but Ralphie kind of punched me on the shoulder and said, you know, you got to do it. So I blurted that out. I never imagined in a million years kind of doing that, but that was a highlight of the night, calling the game. But in terms of just everything else, I think being on the ice for that ceremony, and when they did announce that they're changing the booth to Bowen's booth, it was pretty hard to keep the tears from running down my cheek, just looking at my dad and how much obviously that means to him. And yeah, that was very special.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
I appreciate it, Rick.
David Bowen, of course, play-by-play broadcaster on the road with the Sudbury Wolves, and occasionally he does home games. He puts up with me and Brian Cooper of Pure Country 91.7. Thanks so much for doing this.
No problem, Rick. Anytime.
And we're back with more hockey this week, coming up next week in 7 days.
Thanks, Rick. And tonight, the Highway 17 rivalry continues as the Sudbury Wolves host the North Bay Battalion. The troops have won both their previous contests against the Wolves, and both teams are coming into tonight with losses in their last games. Puck drop is 7:05 at the Sudbury Community Arena. The NOJHL is back in action after a 2-week break for the holidays. The Timmins Rock take on the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners in KL at 2 Sunday afternoon, while the French River Rapids will host the Espanola Paper Kings at 4 p.m. Sunday. It's a new year, and some organizations are hoping your resolution includes a good book. Many libraries across the north are launching new reading clubs and challenges to the public. The North Bay Public Library is gearing up for Family Literacy Day, challenging people with a month-long reading showdown. To participate, just pick up a reading challenge sheet at the library and earn a ballot for every 10 books you read. The reading showdown runs from January 5th to 30th. And in Sault Ste. Marie, kids are invited to join the Reading with My Nomies Winter Reading Club. The club runs from today until March 20th, offering prizes for kids completing reading challenges at their own pace. Youngsters can sign up at the James L. McIntyre Centennial or North Branch libraries. A close encounter of the animal kind. When we return, we take you to north of Thunder Bay. You're watching First at 5. Our first community close-up comes to us from North Bay. Cindy Lou Heppenstall Brooks emailed us this photograph just a few days ago. Check out this sunset on Lake Nipissing. Appreciate you thinking of us, Cindy Lou. We are off to Powassan, south of North Bay. Nicole Rancourt says these deer come out every night. Look at all of them around the bird feeder. Thanks so much for this photograph, Nicole. And let's go to Blind River, halfway between Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury. And a regular of the show, Larry Kirtley, spotted Canada's national bird, the grey jay. Here's a comparison between a grey jay and a blue jay. Awesome pictures. Thanks as always, Larry. And if you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can always email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. And it was a special New Year's Eve surprise for OPP officers in Armstrong, about 250 kilometers north of Thunder Bay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then one is over there across the road. 5 lynx. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
A family of 5 lynx, 2 adults and 3 kittens. In a social media post with this video, OPP say encounters like this are a reminder of how incredible our northern wildlife really is and how much happens in the forests around us that we rarely get to see. According to Parks Canada, lynx are known as solitary animals, only working as a pair or group during mating season or when raising kittens. For Constable Stubington, it was a perfect final highlight for the year. That was a great video. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.